It would be true to say that the information you've accumulated throughout your life to date has got you to where you are now. So it would also be true to assume that if you want to be somewhere else, you will have to take on some more and new information. We hope that you're here because you have a deep desire to change your circumstances and improve every part of your life. Unfortunately, when we hear something new, we automatically go into our subconscious and try and establish whether we can believe this new stuff. And you then go on to question where and who it's coming from, the reliability of the source, etc. There are many instances in history where discoveries have been made that have really tested our belief. New information that simply wasn't understood at the time, and if we don't understand it, we reject it. It was not till more and more people recognised the truth that it became an acceptable fact. Do you see the similarity here? What you are doing is limiting your growth to fit in with exactly what you believe. I'm going to challenge you to open your mind, to just relax and follow this course with conviction that if you do exactly what it teaches you to do, your life will change in all areas. Your happiness, confidence and wealth will all increase in direct proportion to the effort that you're prepared to put in. This course has been specifically written for the skeptics, for the people who've tried everything and failed, and for the people who just simply want a better life for themselves and their families. It seems we're always asking for riches but have no idea how to receive them, how to allow them to come to us. It may give you a bit of a boost if I tell you that you already possess everything that you need to change your life. It is inside you, but it would appear that for some reason or another you've allowed things to be programmed incorrectly. Wow, just think about this for a minute. The things that have so successfully held you back are now going to be the exact things that are going to help you move forward. We have realised that the very people in your past who cared about you are the very ones that programmed you to be cautious and a bit scared about doing things, when in effect they have programmed you not to do things so that you did not fail. That's cause for some amusement because failures are the stepping stones to success. This is where the mistakes I have made are going to be so useful, and provided that you accept my results, you can avoid these pitfalls and setbacks. These same people have also programmed you to believe there is some nasty smell when it comes to amassing or talking about money. Maybe they told you that this was unrealistic to think you could be rich, or that money isn't that important. Once again, this is a defence mechanism. They've talked you into trying not to improve yourself, and then, so that you're not disappointed, they have said that money is evil, or even worse, that people with lots of money are bad and not to be trusted, and that wanting or desiring money is somehow wrong. Now we know that money in the wrong hands can be used for terrible things like wars and destruction, but by the same token, money used in the right way can save and change lives. The great thing about having money is the fact that it gives you options. Most wealthy people I know are very philanthropic and they use their money to help others. Giving is the start to receiving, and the biggest gift is how you feel yourself when you do. More of this later. So why should you listen to me? What are my credentials? What makes me totally convinced I can help you? Well, let me tell you, I've asked myself that same question many times. Over the 10 years I've been helping people change their lives and giving them the tools and equipment they need to succeed. So this is my story in a nutshell, and I promise we will elaborate on my story as things unfold. I was in a very deep hole many years ago, and my wife and I were both very confused and desperately worried about our future. After many years of a fortunate and very full life, our world came crashing down because of the actions of someone who we respected and trusted. At 40 plus years of age, there we were, absolutely distraught and frantically trying to rebuild in months what had taken us the previous 20 years to accumulate. We learned a very powerful lesson here, and that is why you can relate to us, because the path we trod and the lessons we learned are laid out in this course as a journey from misery and despair to happiness and a stable financial situation. It was at this time that I discovered a book called The Science of Getting Rich, written by a little known author, Wallace D. Wattles, as far back as 1910. I read that book from cover to cover, as the title really intrigued me, and then I put it aside. But one sentence kept going over and over in my mind. That was, if you do exactly as it says in this book, you cannot fail to get rich. Instinctively, I knew I had to follow these rules, and I was prepared to take up the challenge. So for probably the first time in my life, I decided to do exactly what I was told and see where it would lead me. What had I got to lose? Most of it was gone anyway. Prior to these things going wrong all those years ago, I had had a very varied life, enjoying some great highs and some interesting lows, but none as low as the situation I've just explained. So I can bring all that knowledge and experience to this course. As the trust grows between us, you will be able to take advantage of all the mistakes I've made in the past, because it makes no sense for you to have to make the same mistakes to benefit from them. I assure you that I have learnt from every one of them, and I will share with you those experiences. I have nothing against other people who teach these messages, but I wonder how they manage to help people get back on the horse if they've never actually fallen off the horse themselves. What I found out on that journey back was that I truly believe that it was that major event and the subsequent journey back that gave me the ability to relate and help others achieve amazing things. And what I discovered on that journey back was that we are in total control of our future, and nothing can stop us unless we allow it to. I congratulate you for taking the first step to your own success by accepting that you may need help to get things sorted. I regularly say that if what you know has got you here and here is not where you want to be, you'd better be prepared to take on some more information to be able to move forward. Forget all you've heard or think you know about these teachings, because we're going to demystify them and guide you through the maze with real life examples and modern day analogies that will not only help you now, but will be embedded in your mind to help you keep on track well into the future. Make a decision right here and now that you will be a receptor. Your mind will be open to receive these teachings. Don't continually question how or why they work. Just absorb the information and watch the results unfold. What have you got to lose? To be honest with you, I don't know how some parts of it work. I just know it does. It's in preparing your mind to accept this sometimes baffling information that will make all the difference. In the course, we will position you to accept that getting rich is a science and is governed by universal law. The principles will always work for anyone, just as naturally as water will always flow downhill. These teachings will work for everyone who allows them to work. The really exciting thing to realise at this point is that you have exactly the same equipment to use as any person who you look at who you think is successful. The only difference is that they have tapped into this information earlier than you. Whether they know it or not, they have used exactly the same formula that we're going to show you here. Once we get underway, we're going to make sure that your mindset is in perfect harmony so that you can absorb these teachings and get them working for you as quickly as possible, no matter what your age or circumstances to date. You don't have to wait until you have finished the course to see things beginning to change. You will start by calling them coincidences, the little changes that start to happen. But they are not coincidences at all. They are the start of things starting to shift in your life, moving you toward the life that you want to have. I would like you to look at this course as if you were planting a seed. And we're going to show you how to fertilise it and water it and harvest the produce. Best of all, how to look after and use that end produce to your best advantage. The last part of the previous statement may sound or appear obvious and not need any discussion, but many people who get sudden wealth have not prepared their mind to deal with it. So they have a poverty mindset, but then they get money. And that is a very dangerous situation. How often do you read about big money winners who are back to where they started after only a few years? I'm sure you will love the way that the course is going to teach you how to live in the now. Everything will seem so natural, and you will approach the new reality, one of abundance, with the knowledge that you are just living the life that you really deserve. We will also try and clarify what rich really is. It definitely involves money, and in the next step I'll tell you a fascinating story about the different schools of thought and exactly how much you need. My definition is simple. To be rich is to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, and have enough time and money to enable you to do it. The most amazing thing is that when I apply that to people with lots of money, it seems they may have a big bank balance, but they are so tied up that they never seem to have any time to do the things they want to do. Can you see how important it's going to be to put all these bits together so that you can set your own goals and agendas uniquely to suit you? What we will do though is tell you that you must not be afraid to ask largely, because the universe has no concept of big or small, cheap or expensive, far or near, happy or sad. It just has an uncanny knack of delivering more of what your dominant thought is. So if you go around being miserable, and that is the signal you're sending out, and the universe just keeps sending you plenty more of it. Remember, your thoughts are really powerful. As you follow these steps to success, you will unlock your potential, and you will be amazed that things you thought were beyond your reach will become part of your vision. Not only that, but you will have total faith and belief that you will be able to achieve them. It's time to change. Are you ready to plant fresh seeds and harvest your new beliefs? Are you ready to take control of your thoughts? Well, if you are, the adventure starts on the next step. We'll see you there.